Hi everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Legacy United Core Class Energon Universe Megatron. You can see him there in front of the box. We'll go ahead and put him off the side real quick. And yes, again, the box is very much a purplish, bluish thing with the good bits of orange here and there. The United and Megatron right there and Transformers and all that stuff. And on top you have his vehicle mode, and right there you have Legacy United. On the side you have the vehicle mode again with the Core Class designation right there. On the side you have the line-wide artwork, except this is the right half of the line-wide artwork, including using animated Optimus there and whatnot. And of course, again, 40 years of Transformers. And on the bottom you have what's included in the box, and then on the back you have copyrights, warnings, and some product shots. You also have, of course, the instructions, which are pretty straightforward because he was never a particularly difficult to transform dude, including the original one. So there you go. Anyway, Energon Megatron. He, you can see, is very much like his original self, except, well, smaller. He's got his very dour expression, the red eyes, the white face, the blue crown thing. He's got his little shoulders and all that stuff. The kind of off-white and everything. Even got some original detailing that were in the original toy there, too. And you got the blue fists, and you got his blue abdomen with the Decepticon symbol and everything. The kneecaps, which are now fake because they used to slide around. Now they don't. And you got the blue here, and even you have the molded detail for the old landing gear and the vents in the feet and everything. And of course, coming around in the back, you got the wings, which you got the blue on this, blue and green here. You even got some silver right here, and you got some hollowness, I guess, right there, and all that stuff. But he's core class, so what you expect. Overall, he's a pretty darn good looking figure, and he's a pretty good, at least I feel, a pretty good downsizing of the original leader class toy from. That's just funny. Actually, would have been 20 years ago. Wow. Yeah, Energon is 20 years old now. Oh. Okay. Having that bit of existential dread pass. It does come with a couple accessories, namely, his little, the little green bits right here. These can be wielded as pistols if you want. They're very tight, at least on mine. They're pegging very tightly into his fists. Very tightly, to the point of I have to push in so hard that I'm worried I'm going to break something. Yeah, you can wield those like pistols, or of course you can do what you're supposed to do, which is they can peg in right up here at the top of the shoulders, like so, and like so. Ta-da! Yeah, if you notice, what was translucent green on the original is now just a very green, just regular opaque green, no translucent plastic here. So rejoice, I guess, if you're afraid of that. He also comes with his little tank sword thing. No electronics, no removable sword this time anymore. It's just one piece. And that pegs into either arm on the peg right there. And there you go. That is storage, or his weapons. You could also take this one, and if you want, you can rotate it around and make it another gun. But, that's, your prerogative. You can do either one. I prefer it like this personally. That's just me, The other thing is, if you notice, these are in fact blast effect compatible. Both of those and the tank are all blast effect compatible. So there's that, if you like. Yeah, he's still a pretty darn decent representation of that old Energon Megatron. I would not surprise me at all. It wouldn't surprise me if it already leaked too, that they were going to get a purple repaint of this guy too, because of course he turned into Galvatron. Yeah. Anyway, posability. His head. It's on a swivel, so left and right, and also, by the way, hollow on the back. So watch for that, I guess, if that's a problem for you. His wings can flap forward and back as well. You can rotate them if you don't like them looking like this. You can rotate them the other way, just like the original. Get those out of the way, rotate this around, and have them displayed differently. But that's wrong. Shoulders on ball joints, and they also can, go all the way around, except the thing is, between this and this tab right here for transformation, it's kind of a pain in the butt to get it all those spun all the way around, but you can do it. You're just planning as you're pushing plastic past other plastic. So you can do it, but outward you get this much. By the way, that is a limitation regardless of these things being attached or not. Those make no difference one way or the other. Ball jointed elbows, so you got forward bend about that much, and of course this also doubles as the rotation for the arm as well. There is no waist joint because of how he transforms. Hips, you got ball joints going forward that far and back, well, that far and outward. You do have, again, you do have pretty much the full splits, but the problem is the arms will get in the way a little bit unless you start moving them out of the way. There's a thigh rotation right there. There is a knee bend, which is going to look a little weird because the kneecap stays attached to his thigh. That looks a little weird. And down his feet, there is no tilt, but it is molded A stance. Plus, there is a little bit of forward and a lot of back. So there you go on that. Posability is mostly okay, just missing a couple things I wish were there, including particularly I wish the waist joint was there, but I also understand why it's not there. So it's okay. Also, the way that the feet are in general can make it so if you kind of put in more extreme poses, they can get a little, because they're rounded, sometimes they'll get a little unstable, but again, it's kind of specific poses, so don't worry too much about it. Yeah. As for comparisons, here's Wavemate Boulder Crash. And I guess because there's really, I can't think of any other Energon figures at core class, but here's Kingdom Megatron core class version. Yay. There's that. So that's the robot mode, which again, great small scale version of the Energon Megatron, but he has a transformation, which is not much simpler than the original, because yeah, he also has simple transformation. So first things first is you want to take this and put it outside and take these as well. You can leave them on, however, it's going to look, they're going to be upside down in vehicle mode if you do, so just be aware of that. So first thing there is, I don't think it's part of the instructions, but you can just take that and rotate it around, hide the face, bring this up and around, and this will tab in over top, like so, like that. And then right here, you want to go ahead and take this and just rotate it around like there, like so. Take the arms here and bend them forward and then rotate those around at the elbows. Again, bend forward, rotate around the elbow. And then here, there's slots in the arms for these tabs. You tab it in. The arms are also going to sit at or at least the elbows, the forearms. That's what I'm getting at. The forearms are going to sit at a bit of an angle when it's all said and done. So just to be aware of that. Then take the legs here. You can go ahead and rotate that like this, bring the foot up like so, and then bring this around, and this around, and this bend right here. And this tab right here will go into a slot on the arm, particularly the shoulder, like so. And same thing, go ahead and I'm sorry, the feet weren't the thrusters, they were the intakes. But yeah, go ahead again and rotate the thigh inward, rotate the foot up into the leg, and then bring it around and tab it into the shoulder. Again, like so. And yeah, you notice that these arms are not tabbing in very well. I'll address that in a second after this is tabbed in. Tab that in, and then of course bring the wings down kind of more or less to that point. They're supposed to look a little like that, although you can have them however you want. And then you can reattach these pieces like so, and using these pieces, this is why I used to forcibly make the arms tab in all the way, because otherwise they just, yeah, they kind of want to sit funny. You see, yeah, I've plugged that in. You can see it's sitting a little bit crooked, but yeah, if I use this, I can use this as leverage to get that to forcibly tab in, and then it'll look a little better. This, of course, just came untabbed, because of course it did. Yeah, you do that, and then of course take the tank blade thing, and there's little slots on the bottom which correspond with these tabs, and you tab that in right there, and there you go. There is Megatron's complete vehicle mode. And yeah, again, it's a pretty nice downscaling of the original toy. Again, unfortunately, I don't have, I forgot to mention, but I don't have that anymore. I used to have one, and unfortunately, I sold it off a couple years ago, so I no longer have it particularly for comparisons anymore. But it is a nice little representation. The vents I wish kind of were picked out with paint or something, but you got the nice green cockpit, just like the original was translucent green, so matches all this. It doesn't do the thing where these slide out and the little bits come out of the wings or anything. The sword doesn't stow away anymore. But yeah, it's overall pretty good looking, I feel. Again, these should be, I believe, because the original had a specialized hinge, and so these face a different way. But yeah, I wish the arms, particularly the forearms here, stored better than they do as it is. They wind up often also kind of sitting crooked, and there's not much you can do about that. just do, and you can clearly see the hands sticking out. But it's all overall not too bad in general. I kind of dig it. And of course, yeah, just like the original, you can see the head just chilling there, just like the original. In fact, the original, the head stuck down and everything, I believe, became landing gear. I think no, it didn't. Just stuck down though. Yeah, it was just clearly visible. But yeah, in this mode, there's really not a whole much you can do. I guess you can adjust the wing angle, and you can have the tank like this, sitting like this, or the other way if you will like, sword first if it'll come off. You can have this sitting this way if you want instead. But yeah, that, and you can also spin this bit around if you want a little bit. You can move this a bit, but yeah. Not really a whole lot. He is, the way he's designed, though, you can pretty much just grab him and easily whoosh him around. He's just overall an okay little spaceship mode. The only thing is, yeah, again, these arms don't like to stay tabbed in nicely, so these guns tend to like to sit crooked. Unless you fix it. And even then, it's kind of, it'll be annoying about it. But it's not too bad. Could have been better, but also could have been far worse, I feel. There you go. So again, comparisons, here's a Boulder Crash, although it's way out of scale, but hey, that's a thing. And of course, again, scale is not a thing here, but here's Kingdom Megatron in his tank mode, so there you go, because why not? So, yeah. The Energon Megatron at core class, he's alright. He's pretty, actually, I kind of dig him. He's got his flaws, mind you. Shoulder articulation is limited mostly because of molding. This transformation is really simple, but again, the tabs don't work for the arm. The tabs for the arms just don't work very well. And you can clearly see a lot of bits like the hands just kind of chilling out in the alt mode and everything, which otherwise looks pretty alright too. Close, but not quite 100% accurate to the original, but I wasn't really expecting 100% accuracy at this scale, but he's just overall a pretty alright toy, and I do genuinely like him and whatnot. I do genuinely like him, but yeah, he does have his flaws. So there you go on that, I guess. So if you liked what you saw, go ahead and pick him up. But otherwise, yeah, if you're not into the Unicron trilogy or you just don't like this particular version, go ahead and skip it. You're not really missing out on one way or the other. So there you go for that. I hope you found this review informative or entertaining. Hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my social medias down in the description and at the end of the video. Check out my Coffee and my Patreon. I shall see you next time with another video review.